Hey, good evening, everybody. So tonight, I had planned on having a guest, but the thing about doing a live stream or something like that, things happen unfortunately. So we've rescheduled for a later date. So I decided to go ahead and hop on anyway and try a little something different this evening. I called it Ask the Host. So what I'm here to talk about this evening is just about the whole process of starting the whole live stream. When I first wanted to start doing uh, podcasting and wanted to reach out, start talking and interviewing people, I was just going to do it again through a regular podcast form, just doing audio interviews and do the whole editing thing. And there was a gentleman who I started following on LinkedIn. His name is Russ Johns. So if you get a chance to check him out, his website is www.russjohns.com. Um, he does a daily live stream, sort of what I'm doing. This is where I got the idea from him, where he does it live on LinkedIn and YouTube, Facebook, the same channels that I use, except he's got LinkedIn Live. So, but he's got a little bit bigger following, bigger audience, which I really admire. That's where I started following him and got in contact with him, and he kind of helped me get this whole process started. So, uh, even when he doesn't have guests, he'll do something very similar. He'll sit there and just start talking, about his process, the things he's got going on, and there's always people there. There's always interaction. So it's kind of cool that even though he doesn't have someone to talk with, he's always got something to talk about. So that's always pretty cool. Same thing with me. So no guest, but again, the goal for me was doing it 5 nights a week. So I've started on Monday, Tuesday. Tonight it's just me. Tomorrow I have another guest that I met through LinkedIn. Her name is Wendy Gahulia, and if you guys have not heard of her, she's what I call a kindness ambassador. She's written a few children's books. I believe the name of the children's book is Pika Bunny. It's Pikabunny, and she's also created an app using the same character that teaches kids about kindness and kindness lessons. And she kind of transitioned into doing that for adults, which is what we'll discuss a little bit more in detail tomorrow. So I'm pretty thrilled to have her on. And then my Friday guest, I'm still working on that and doing to confirm truly if it's going to happen. But next week, I do have 4 guaranteed lined up. So if nothing happens again, and I'm looking for a 5th. So if anybody's out there and would like to come on the show, I'm throwing an open invitation to come on my forum here. And, if you would like to talk, get interviewed, that's always interesting. And then, so I'm drinking, let me show you, I'm having a small beer here for a friend whose birthday's today. She's been on the show. She was actually my first real guest, and that was Opalina Salas. It's her birthday. So having I'm having a drink for her to celebrate. I couldn't be there, but I'm there in spirit. And if she watches this show later on, hopefully, okay, Frank, hey, awesome. And you're one of the ones on my list, Mr. Frank, because those 2 kids that you got are pretty talented. And if you guys have not heard about Frank went to school, and his kids, Sophia Nello, she's got her own website. She's an amazing singer songwriter. She started writing when she was young, started performing music, and she really hit the local scene really well. They've played a couple of her songs on the local radio station here, which was awesome when I first heard it. And his son is following in her footsteps, and he's got a pretty big following on TikTok, I believe. So and he's got 2 kids, and they're rocking it, man, and they're starting young, which is even awesome. and I believe his daughter's now going to college for music, which is, again, man, he's a really cool dude, really good father, and I appreciate him following me along. So yeah, I'll be in contact, Frank. We will definitely talk about getting those two on, because I would love to have an interview with each one of them. Each give them their own show. Talk about what each of them is learning as they're growing in the music industry. Because that's one thing I've yet to have on is a musician, and you know they've been doing it for a while, and again, you know, starting at a young age, finding what your passion is and what you do in life, man, that just only sets you up for being a lot more successful in life. And if you get to spend the rest of your life just doing that, you know, that's even more incredible, because most people spend their lives just trying to find what it is they love to do. So, uh, you know, if anybody, like again, like I was saying, if anybody out there would love to hop on, I'm throwing the open forum on there. Um, One friend that I've been trying to reach out to for a while, trying to get her pegged down, is she's another local product of Lancaster. Her name is Kate Stewart, and you guys have not checked her out. She is a romance slash erotic slash angst romance novelist, and she's very talented. She's got a whole bunch of books that she's actually released, and I would love to get her on. Me and her have been friends for a long time, and it's amazing that a lot of these people that I've connected with were people that I grew up in the same town with. We have a lot in common, and you know, that's, I don't know, if something just was about growing up in that small town, growing up in Lancaster, and you know, even though a lot of these people have gone out into the world, you know, they still remember their roots. A lot of them do. They still remember this little bitty town, and you know, some people might say, you know, it's a curse, but me, it's kind of like a blessing. I've got to live here most of my life. Um, you know, it's happiness is where you find it. Happiness is wherever you are. So again, I've been fortunate enough to, you know, have a good life here, and you know, just having friends and family around, and still being able to reach out. Thankfully, to, you know, that's right, Frank, Lancaster, baby, you got it. You know, oh hey, cuz, thanks for watching along. That's pretty awesome. All right, so yeah, there's something about this town. There's something about growing up here that and I'm pretty sure there's more. I haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg. I'm pretty sure there's more people that've come out this town who've gone on and done things like this, and that's part of this mission, is just trying to find those kind of people. Uh, you know, my whole thing has been finding just creative souls, and it's just lucky again that a lot of these people who are so creative are here from my hometown, and I've always appreciated that. So reaching out to these people and everybody, you know, being so supportive, it's an awesome thing, and I'm for the very long time, everybody's been supportive of me, and I kind of want to open this up to a lot of those people who have been there for me, as to kind of reciprocate, finally have a way to show a lot of these people that, and these people, this town, they're amazing, you know. So I I've been lucky enough to have been surround myself with people like that, and it goes, you know, I've taken that out into the world. So I've really thrown myself a lot out into social media, and just going out and networking again, and finding interesting people to want to talk to, who, you know, who I've been in preliminary talks to set up interviews with, because, you know, these, again, a lot of these people want to go back and see what kind of, you know, background or what kind of cred you have as far as the interviewer, or your show's like. So, and I always tell them, I always preface it by saying, hey, I'm starting out small. I'm a small time person. I've not done interviewing all my life, so it's fairly new to me. but it's something that I'm willing to learn and put myself out there and do. So a lot of people are pretty receptive to it. It's been pretty cool that people I reach out to who don't know me or don't know my past will agree to talk to me and go, yeah, I'll set up an interview. And it's just me going out there and being who I am, just talking to people, being genuine, um, trying to be the best person that I can. And just, it's again, it's amazing what happens when you just start a journey and you don't put up barriers in front of you. You just start walking and goes, I'll see where this road will take me. And again, I started doing this without a purpose. I didn't have one. But as I'm doing this more and more, one is starting to formulate. I'm getting a lot more opportunity of people uh, actually wanting to reach out, and it'll get better with time. I know if I just keep at it, and things will build, things will grow. People will, again, and at some point, maybe I don't know, maybe find a way to monetize this, but it's not. That's not the point. The point is to not to I started this as my own little soapbox, my own little creative soul, my own little area that I could sit there and just talk and conversate and reach out to people. And that's what's been the fun part about it, is just reaching out and contacting, especially with old friends. That's even better. That's a bonus, is to reach out and talk. And a lot of the stuff that we talk about before or after the interviews doesn't get aired, but it's it's reconnecting with those people that kind of like, man, it makes me find joy and purpose. It goes, man, I can't believe that I haven't talked to this person in 20 years, and here we are, and it seems like it was just yesterday. So it's been an incredible journey. And I tell anybody that asks me about this, how do you set all this up? How did you do all this? And man, if anybody wants to learn how to do this, please reach out to me. I'll show you how to set everything up, and it's a real easy do. So, and everybody can have their own little, again, they can have their own little show, their own little, uh, whatever you want to call it. Just have the opportunity to reach out there, because you know I tell people, if you want to find a tool, this is a tool. If you want to use it in business, if you're an expert on something, I don't know, a clinical psychologist, and you want to talk about psychology, and this is your forum. It goes beyond just writing an article, posting a post on social media, uh, making a video. This is instant. This is like instant interaction. This is instant engagement. People could sit here again, and here I got people posting questions and stuff, and I can go back and look at it, and it's it's again what it's all about, is just being able to put a little show like this together. And and uh, more than anything, I always appreciate everybody that hops on here. So whenever I see people that are on here, I could just say, hey, you know thank you, Jennifer, thank you, Frank, thank you, Juan, thank you, Pablo, all those people that have given me likes. uh, Man, post your comments down here. Don't be afraid. This is what engagement and reaching out to people's like, especially doing it live, right? Um, if you can start getting comfortable being in front of a camera, which is real easy if you just get past the part of worrying about judgment and worrying about other things, uh, and you can work past all that. That's not the scary part about it. Um, Again, I'm sorry about everybody. So, getting past all that, it's you. If you're able to talk in public, if you're able to do any kind of speaking in front of your coworkers or anything like that, you can do this. This is easy. This is a simple. Um, it's just learning the tricks here and there. And one of the things that you know, yeah, yeah. What will be a successful for my goal has been 5 nights a week for a whole month, just to see if I could do it. So, and again, the content and creating everything and coming up, that's for me, that's the easy part. Um, from it's getting the message across and then getting the people lined up and trying to fit everything into a schedule so people can come on here. That's only been the little bit of what's been a little iffy, because again, I'm reaching out to people that aren't just in my time zone. So if I have a 7 o'clock start on my broadcast, right? If you're in New York and I'm trying to interview you, well, it's an hour later, so it's 8 o'clock. You're on the West Coast, and I'm trying to sit there and talk to you. I mean, I'm talking to you at 5. So I try to keep that in mind whenever I do everybody's reaching out, scheduling, and tell them, hey, it's. I try to be as plain. I mean, trying to explain it as best as possible, because I got to tell them, hey, I do it at 7 Central, so it's going to be 2 hours behind, or you're going to be an hour ahead. So, and then that way we can plan accordingly. But again, schedule mishaps happen. Cancellations happen. So again, it is what it is, but it's part of what you do as far as doing live streaming. You never know. And again, as opposed to recording video and then going back and editing, that's really great if you want to come across as being really polished, because then you can cut out all the little things that you don't like, oh, I messed up here. I can go back and re-edit. When you're live, what happens, right? And there is no rewinding, there is no editing, there is no cutting it back. So again, that was a whole nother challenge that I wanted to take on. I wanted to try live. I wanted to be on and see just again what could happen. See all the things that can go wrong, because let me tell you what, a lot of things can go wrong. That is oh, hey Catalina, thank you for giving me a little love. That's awesome. But hey, that's part of what being on a live broadcast is. It's you're taking those risks, and I don't mind taking the risk, right? Because if I fail, oh well, I fail. It's how many times you can get back up from failure that really tells your character about you. So if I fail doing this, guess what? I'll get up again tomorrow and go try again. Mm-hmm. And that's part of it. That's part of what it is to challenge yourself. Putting that fear of failure behind you and just see, what will happen. Some people can't even make it this far to get to that first step. And I would encourage anybody out there just thinking about trying to do something like this, or trying to do a podcast, or write a book, or go write a movie, go write a script, or go sing a song. Go, just put yourself out there. And that's the only way that you're going to find out, whether or not you really love it or not. I always think that you can, exactly. Yeah. You could, again, this is a tool for some people. So if you're an advocate for, say, a cause, somebody approached me and we talked about it. It was in regards to, trafficking, human trafficking, those sort of things. And I said, yeah, you can get on there. This is a tool. This is a way to reach out to other people. This stuff can go across the world. I mean, I could be streaming this in England. I wouldn't know, but I'm saying it. You have the opportunity to, and you can build an audience around doing that. You can spread a word. You can become, again, this is a perfect tool for anybody wanting to build themselves up as, an expert in a field, or learn a new skill, or these things here. I tell everybody, it's all right here in your hand. You can go to Facebook. Facebook's real easy. You don't even have to do all this fancy setup. None of this has to be set up. You could literally go onto Facebook, into your account, and just go live and start talking. And you'll realize, you put that out there, people will start watching. People go, wow, that's, hey, you made a fool of yourself. Hey, yeah, I made a fool of myself. Oh, well. But again, at least, that's, yeah, exactly. You just got to take the risk, take the step. It's the best part about starting a journey like this, and that's why I would love to interview, like, Frank's, Sophie, and Nico, Frank, the Nellos, just because what it must have been like to be so young, to get on the stage and to sing for the first time, and the thrill that must have felt like coming off stage the first time and going, you're so caught up in the moment. You're so caught up in trying to be perfect and trying to make sure everything goes off without a hitch, that you don't even realize it till afterwards. The thrill hits you. I was so nervous the first time. First time I posted a live video, I was nervous, trembling, babbling, just talking, didn't have no kind of direction or nothing. So, that's, again, when you're doing it for the first time, you're too caught up in trying to get everything down, trying to remember everything, that you only see it afterwards, that you really get to enjoy the moment. And after I did this the first time, I said, man, I'm hooked. I love it. I love trying it. I love being on here. It's again, and there could be nobody here, and it wouldn't matter, because this is my little way to go out there and voice my opinion, to create my style, to build my uniqueness, and just the things that everybody else that I get to see around me is doing. And I say, I want to be part of that. I want to be part of that creative collective that people are so, when I see them in it, they seem so passionate, and so their drive and everything about it is crazy. And it's infectious. You see it and you go, I want that. I want to do that. I want to be part of that. And, I know there's a lot of technical things that go on here. I have streaming issues right now because I'm trying to get everything hooked up to my modem, because I stream live from my garage. I don't know if you guys can tell, but, I'm working on getting a better setup. But again, it's going to take time to build up to all that. And eventually I'll be there. And by that time, as everything else gets better, so will I. I'll hopefully be more polished. I practice every day doing this. I hop on there's an app called Spoon. I don't know. Somebody introduced me to it. So it's like a live podcast stream. You can get on there and go to any room. You can create any room, and you can just sit there talking, and people will engage with you. So people will hop on and hear what you're talking about, and they sit there and they start commenting in there, and they start leaving comments, and you start interacting with these people. And you can, again, it's just a way to practice. I mean, I try to practice this every day, just like I do. That's what I do with writing. I write. I journal. I sit there and I take 10 minutes every morning, and whatever's on my mind, whatever idea, whatever it might be. Now, lately it's been about all this, writing down ideas and content and people I can maybe reach out to. So those sort of things have been going on. And again, I really enjoy it. It's one of the best things about, finding this. This has been, and I never expected to find this. It's just something that I threw myself into. And, I would highly suggest anybody who's interested in doing something like this to to take the opportunity and just to go out there and see, what's available.
Daddy, I'm done.
Okay, buddy. Go put it, give it to the dog. Again, live TV. Right. So, man, I want to express my gratitude for everybody who's followed me along with this, and everybody who's helped me. That's, I don't know what else to say. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything that I've done. So, I know that it's going to take a little bit more of these, more practice, more reaching out to people. But again, I hope to someday be able to have this and maybe turn it into a career. I don't know. Again, the plan was it never was that straight, but it's starting to formulate that way, and I really enjoy it. So, again, I've had so many people who, hey Don, what's going on? Thank you for liking it. Hope you're watching. Monica, again, thank you for hopping on, and Samantha, thank you. Thank you for being on here. And for you guys who don't know, the little person that keeps dipping in and out of the scene right there, yes, hello. That's my daughter. She's my technical director. So I'm showing her how to handle all the scrolls and everything you see going on behind the backgrounds. That's her handling all that. So, yeah. So, thank you. Hey, what's going on, my friend? It's been a while, right? Me and him are co-workers. We used to work together. And then Don, hey, what's going on? Appreciate you being here. Again, I appreciate everybody that spends a little time with me. And again, these will be a little bit of a regular thing. As guests might cancel every now and then. So yeah, I'm gonna do a few more Ask These Hosts little segments, stuff like that. And I'm throwing this out there to anybody, or if you know anybody that's a creative person that would like to come on here. Hey, I'm on Facebook. If we're already connected on Facebook, send me a direct message. If you would like to link me to somebody who might be interested, I'll engage them and see if they would be interested. And, we'll go from there, because it's one of the things that I've discovered. I tell people whenever they come on, or I start engaging them about whether or not they want to come on the show, they get scared of live TV. Oh my God, is that going to be? Yeah, it's going to be live, but oh well, that's, it's not. Once you're done with it, then when I do the post interviews and I talk with everybody afterwards, they'll say, "Wow, that was pretty fun." I say, "Yeah, it is." You if you can talk about yourself, and I don't know who can't, but if you can talk about yourself or talk about life, hey, again, this is my forum. I'm opening the door to everybody. So come on in, join me. Everybody that I've talked to, everybody that I connect with, I always tell them, hey man, you have value to add. Your story, whatever it is, your journey, somebody else might be going through the same sort of thing. And, I'm not gonna turn anybody down. Again, everybody has a purpose, and I'm starting to feel like this feels a little bit more like mine. If there's anything I want to do, it's this, and right now it's this in writing. It might change, but as of right now, I love talking. I love engaging with people. I love just having deep conversations. And I don't know if where this will go, or if this will take me anywhere, but uh, I would love just to, because again, I take little nuggets from everybody that I talk to, because again, everybody has value. So I'll sit down and I'll write, hey, this is pretty cool. Thank you. Because everybody shares information, and everybody, I learn new things all the time. And that's what I say when I'm a constant student whenever it comes to learning. Um, everybody can add something to the conversation. So, and everybody's a creative soul. That's what I've always said. This is what it is about. Everybody's creative. A passion. Everybody's got a purpose. Mm, everybody's got something that they bring to the world. And I just want to bring it out, give them an opportunity to share it with them. So I guess for this evening, I could continue talking. I'm just going to continue talking because that's what I can do. It's my show, right? So, hey guys, if you have any more questions, anybody else left watching, please, I'd be more than willing to answer. Oh, hey, Sue. Julio, what's up, my friend? What's up with you? Hey, say something to me, man. See what's going down, all right? Julio's my little brother, so I'm just messing with him. He I don't know how many of my, that's another thing. I don't know how many of my families even watch these. I don't even know if they know I'm doing them, but I'm pretty sure somebody will tell them sooner or later, and they'll come back and ask me, and they'll go, hey, what are you doing? What is that? What is that mess that you're throwing up there? And I tell them, it's me. It's my little show. It's my little, this is, I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, and I used to watch, oh, hey, Thea. I used to watch Johnny Carson, and I always used to dream about doing that, sitting behind a desk with his little blazer on, and standing up and doing a monologue, and having guests on there and talking to them and interviewing, because it was always, it was always engaging. It was always fun. And even when I started seeing guys like David Letterman do it, and my favorite is Conan O'Brien. Oh, whenever he started doing it, I was like, oh man, that's something I would, if I could get paid to do that, I'd be in a dream world. So I don't know. I may never get there, but at least this is like, I know it's kind of like what it must feel like to do that every day. And I'm pretty sure it's a lot of work, but I bet those guys, I bet they love just about every minute of it. To get the opportunity to do that, have staffers and writers and creative people, and putting a whole show together every single night. Just doing this here has been fun enough for me. Getting past the, I see it. I know. Thank you. I've always loved. Again, this is a whole new thing, a whole new adventure, and I'm glad that everybody who's come on here has come along on a journey and shared it with me, because I feel like everybody that's here, and I see them engaging with me every night. I feel like that they really care. They want to be a part of it, and again, I offer my gratitude for it, because without the help of people, and without having people that share this information with you, and it would be a whole struggle. It's that's this whole circle. Yeah, streaming issues. It happens. That's been my worst enemy. But again, I find mentors out there, people that help me along. And again, I'm just gonna write this in here real quick. This is what you could do on TV, right? So this is Russ Johns, and this is his website. And again, this is the guy who's helped me. if you don't, please do me a favor, check him out. He's on Facebook, he's on Twitter, he's on YouTube, he's on LinkedIn, he's on all the social media websites. Uh, Real cool cat. I mean, what you see on the screen whenever you talk to him in person or over the phone or have a conversation with him, he's is what he is. And uh, I don't know if he knows this, but he's been a mentor to me. He's given me a whole lot of advice, tips. I watch him every morning. He does his broadcasts 7 a.m. Arizona time, so it's like 8 o'clock here, and I watch it every morning. And I go in there and I always post comments, engage with the people in there, and uh, you know, I again I can see that he does it, and he's he's a little bit he's more polished than I am. I'll tell you that he's real smooth. And but again, he does it live, and he has every now and then he's got glitches because it's live TV. It is stuff that I mean live streaming, so it happens. Um, and again, same kind of thing. He has problems where guests can't meet up because he's got guests from all over the world actually. So their time zones are way more skewed. So if you're like in the UK trying to interview somebody, you're talking about a 13-hour difference. So uh, somebody from India is a different time zone. So you go through it all, and uh, the whole thing about trying to set that up on a grander scale. It's something that's scary to me, but it's also a challenge that I look forward to. So hopefully I'll get the opportunity to interview somebody who's across the pond, who's China, wherever they are, because this is what this is about. And I try to find the creative souls, but again, I open the forum to anybody because everybody's got a creative part to it. Everybody's got a creative aspect about it. Steve Harvey talks about this in he's got a little thing where he starts talking about jumping is what he calls it. And he says, you got to stop looking at talents as just running, jumping, singing, and dancing. So if you can, he says like you color hair, cut grass. I say build Legos. You can make furniture. You're an artist. You're somebody that's creative, and we all have that talent about us. And I implore you, if you're not on that journey now, to get on that journey. Start. Don't wait for a perfect opportunity. The perfect opportunity will never ever ever show up. If you're waiting for everything to align, you're going to be waiting for a very long time, because it's very rare that everything lines up that you can just do and hop into something. So I believe you create your own opportunities. You create your own luck by going out there and just putting yourself out here and involving yourself and doing different things and talking to other people. You'll find it. It'll believe me or not, it'll knock you right on your doorstep. What is the proper the saying? It goes ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and you shall open. So man, just go out there and open the doors. Go knock, go look. Staying in your own little part, in your own little world will get you, what you reap what you sow. So if that's all you want, and that's all it's going to come there. And I'm a big advocate for being proactive and change. And I it's been a struggle. You struggle. Everybody struggles. I've struggled. I'm still struggling now. Even to this point, struggling to get past certain areas in my life, certain things that I'm trying to work past. But again, it doesn't stop me from keep moving forward. I still have to. And that's really the only way that you're going to move and make an impact. It's just to keep moving forward and no, just go out there and find what it is you want to do. Go find what you love and go make a career out of it. And people will say, well, that's really hard because I like to color. Okay. There's people that color for a living, right? They color animation screens. They do, there's anything you can name of. It's just going out there to go find your niche and go do it. Um, Again, nobody's offered me this. I just went out there and started learning and and had to be creative because I'm on a limited budget. I can't spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on equipment, and so I have to figure out ways to be creative. Creative soul. Go back and try to be creative. Find the way. Find. There's always a way. You just gotta put your mind to it and think about it. Try to find it. You know, necessity is the mother of all invention. You know, so if you need to find a way and it's not out there, build it. You know, it happens all the time. So, you know, I've been preaching that over and over again, and I hear this. I listen to motivational speakers and affirmation every day, and reading, you know, books about things that will help me learn and grow as a person. So, and reading my Bible, and that's part of what my journey is just putting all these things together. And you know, if one of them's out of balance, I feel out of balance. So I have to work to try to get myself into that little balance there. Will it be perfect? No, but at least I'll be close. And I know that I have to work on it. So if I start feeling myself slipping away from my faith, I know I can stop right there, go look at it, say what's going on, and go back and re-energize myself, and just hop back in it and put myself back into it fully. Same thing with my health. Same thing with my financials. Same thing with you know, my relationships. Same thing with my emotions. All those things come into play. So I guess that will end the show for tonight. I do appreciate everybody hopping on. And again, just a few plugs. If you can, check out my friend Russ Johns. I would appreciate it. Few of my former guests. Yesterday I had on Koala. If you could check her out, great artist. Go back and watch you can watch the replay on YouTube. And I'm uploading all the podcast forms right now, so it's been taking me a little bit of time to get that caught up, but I'll have them all up there, and you can listen to the podcast form of it as well, of the interviews. Eric Pruitt, again, cool guy. God, I love him. I want to have him on again. I wish I could have more time with him, but it was his is www.ErykPruitt.com. And you know, again, guys, you want to hop on, you ever feel the need, you want a forum to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about, shoot me a direct message. You can send it on Instagram. I'm on Instagram all the time, Twitter, Facebook, my Facebook group. You know, if you got my number, text my number. You know what? I'm going to do this now just to show you. This is how live TV works. This is... So this right here is my cell phone number. So if you want to call me, send me a text message. I'll reach out to you. You know, just preface it by what you want to talk about, or you want to pass it along to somebody else. You know, again, I'm available, chat all the time, and you know, I'm trying to be as open as I can, be an open book. You know, that's one of the things that I've been trying to do with the last year and a half, is to be more open and honest with myself and with other people. And I'm, again, really appreciative of everybody who's come along and helped me grow and develop as a person, and everybody who continues to help me grow. My family, my wife, my kids. I appreciate it all. And again, I extend my gratitude and above all, thank God for allowing me the ability to do this, to reach out to people. So on that note, I'll see all you guys tomorrow. My guest will be Wendy Gulia tomorrow. And I would appreciate it if you hop on and just give us a watch. And I'll see you guys tomorrow evening, probably more promptly at 7 o'clock. Just a little lax today, but thank you for hopping on, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Yeah, have a good evening.